What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here and for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. Christian Keyes and this DL suspect at this point in time that he just seems like he refuses to name, but continues to speak in a roundabout way about and insinuate about. People are tired, okay? And I just want to get your thoughts because he did a post where he is still holding on to the name, but he's still letting the people know you are on to the right person. So he did a post and he said, some of these negative and ignorant comments are the exact reason that men, especially black men, don't talk about this kind of stuff. I pray that the people making the comments never have to experience anything like this. And y'all have said his, with quotes around his name in the comments, which is crazy because that's how many people know what's going on. Trying to find the strength to finish this race. Now, him saying, y'all have said the name in the comments, which is crazy because that's how many people know what's going on. A lot of the people in the comments, just like me, I may not be in the comments, but I'm creating commentary about it. We're just guessing. We don't know. And even the people that say they know who it is, or you know exactly who it is, all we can do is assume because when we were not there, and unless that person came out and told somebody that it was me, or Christian Keyes came out and said it was indeed this person or these persons, that isn't us knowing. It's us guessing. So I'm just like, what are you doing at this point in time? Are you trolling? Are you enjoying this attention that you've been getting? Because honestly, this is probably the most anyone has ever talked about him at all. At this, at the same time, like, period. So some people are saying clearly he's waiting for someone to cut a check first. And someone else says, you literally had everybody's support until you turned it into a guessing game. But he's responding to the reports that he cleared Tyler Perry's name. And I talked about that recently, and he did a tweet. And he says, not accurate at all. I didn't clear anyone. And he has quotes around the word clear. So what is going on? He has quotes around the word his. He has quotations around the word clear, saying, I didn't clear anyone. And people are just getting to the point where they just don't even care. They just don't care anymore. And I'm laughing because someone said in the comment on this post, clear this news because we don't care. If you ain't worked since that Medea play in 2006, just say that. Oh, God. That is a trip. But, right. So, I want to read this post by Bobby Lights. I talked about him briefly recently. And honestly, I just had to go ahead and read this because I'm laughing. And see, and before I read it, this is the issue with Christian Keyes because it's like I said, when I did my first commentary about this, when this news first broke, and he didn't say who it was, and I felt like I might get some backlash because I was coming out pretty much immediately, not being one of these people that just came out to say, oh my God, he's so brave to come out here and say what he experienced. And I understand him not saying anyone's name because of the industry that he's in, and he has to be protective of himself, and he's got his career and he's got a family and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I felt like, well, if you were going to come out and say that, then you should just come out and say the names, because when you drop these context clues about this black billionaire male, how many of them are there in Hollywood or Hollywood adjacent? So I felt like he needed to say something about the person if he was going to come out and say this. But I felt like I might have gotten some backlash. Not that I cared, but I'm saying I felt like I was going to get backlash for saying that, because a lot of the sentiments that I had heard prior to me sharing my honest, beautifully honest opinion about the situation was people just 100% supportive of him. You are so brave, my brother. I love you. Thank you for coming out and sharing your truth. And we're sorry you had to go through that. And we're sorry you had to experience that and whatever. And a lot of those sentiments were people who are in the same industry. So another thing about that too that's weird to me, and I'm going off a little bit on a tangent, is it's kind of like, and I guess I could say this because I'm on the outside looking in, because I'm not in Hollywood and I have never had a desire to be in it and don't ever want to be in it. But it's, to the people who are in this industry, not saying all of them go through situations like this, but it just goes to show you how a lot of them know how nasty and dirty and just downright treacherous and evil, to a certain degree, this industry is. But a lot of them, especially, those who are people of color who choose to work in this industry, you deal with all of these things, or people that have dealt with these things, and then it's almost like it's just a part of the industry that you just have to deal with, and you have to decide how far you want to go or how high up you want to elevate. And the higher you want to go, the more you may experience things like this, because it's the price that you have to pay. Why would people even want to be in an industry like that? That's just my question. Just being beautifully honest. But that, again, that's just my thoughts, just going off on a little bit of a tangent. But Bobby Lights, he did a post on his social media, and he said, "Raise your hand if you, the people, are tired of Chrissy Keys and his bull bleep. Let's wrap this up by 12 a.m. Standard Pacific Time. Also, raise your hand if you are no longer interested in who he's talking about. We the people don't care anymore. ! Deal with the trauma with your lawyers, a therapist, and God. Good day." And listen, a lot of people feel the same way. Some people say, I don't agree with Bobby on many things, but hey. Someone else says, I agree. Another one says, LMFA, all right, girl. Let's see if you can get some money from her like Cassie did, because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And another person said, Christian definitely dragging us out. I could be wrong, but it seems like he's waiting on the settlement money to come through. And I agree. Because honestly, it probably would have been better for him if he had just done what he had done, period. Although I would have desired, I felt like it would have been beneficial if he was going to go there, to just go there, finish it. Put the person's name out there. You said the statute has already run out, and you got backups for backups, and you got proof and receipts and all this other stuff. Okay, fine. So you coming out to say, well, you don't want to say it because it would break y'all's heart. We don't care. And and I don't want to say we don't care at all about someone being traumatized or victimized. But honestly, even the stuff with Cassie is egregious and horrible and filthy and disgusting and traumatic. And all of that is and was and will forever be for her. And we know who did it. Even though Diddy's team wanted to come out and say settlement is not proof of, or it isn't an admission of guilt. Yeah, they always say that in settlements. Sometimes that is a real thing. A lot of times it's not. But anyway, I'm saying, even with all of those horrible things that Cassie experienced, that does not affect us, we the people. honestly, it's not stopping any of us from living our day-to-day lives. Now, I'm not even going to lie. It was overwhelming for me, and I had to kind of take a break and step back from a lot of the continual stuff that was coming out and being revealed about Diddy and the things that he has done in the dark or in the light in some places. But overall, it's not stopping me from living my life and all of that good stuff. So I'm just saying, him saying, meaning Christian Keys or Chrissy Keys, like Poppy Lights called him coming out and revealing the name is, who cares? So many people have had their hopes built up on these people that they don't know. People need to stop worshiping these celebrities. It definitely wouldn't break my heart if it came out. I don't care if he came out and he said that, I don't know. It doesn't matter who it would be. It wouldn't break my heart, period. None of it would bother me. So, yeah, a lot of people are just tired of him continuously commenting on it. But getting back to what I was saying, if he was going to just do what he did and didn't name a name and he never said anything else about it, then we would, this would die down and we would stop talking about it. But because he's been in the comments section and it's not this person, or I won't say any names because I don't want to, ruin the image of your favorites and the people that you deify and all this other stuff. It's like, child, please, because people will deify a person one day and destroy them the next. So, and usually it's based on that person's actions and things that are revealed. So if these are people, or if it is a person that has been deified, then release the information. And if his character, image, and the thoughts that people have for him have been destroyed, then so be it. It's obviously deserved. But if you're going to come out and make these statements on social media and say, I didn't clear anyone's name, and then on another thing, you're liking a post where someone says, I don't believe it was Tyler Perry and all this other stuff, it's like, child, just don't say anything else. If you're not going to reveal the name, then don't say anything else at all. Like that old saying, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't have any names to reveal, then don't say anything else. So I just want to share that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. I appreciate you being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.
And the things you say, how you don't feel enough to come show